98.3 KDWB. We're Falen, Colt, and Jenny. I'm like, oh, yeah, I have this crazy story about my sister when I was a child. And Colt was like, you mean the one where you blah, blah? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot you know this one. It is a bad story, but I think a lot of us have aggressive fight stories with our siblings that have gone too far.
It's because our parents were out there grinding, dude. They were whining for the bill, grinding for the bill, and they were
so right.
And they were trying to. They didn't have time for us, so we were just at home. They're like, "You're 9 and 11. Definitely, you could take care of yourselves."
Well,
so I'm gonna
I had a single mom who was like working. She was never home supervising, so she left my sister in charge, and the power went to her head. I got to be honest. The power. She's 8.5 years older than me.
Yeah.
She thought she was my mother, and she wasn't mama.
No.
I said no. So I chased her through the house with a butcher knife. I got wild with it. She claims she got into her bedroom just in time, shut and locked the door, and I stabbed her door with the knife. I don't remember that
Did you
part.
actually make contact with the knife in the door?
She claims I did.
Tell me now.
I think it was bad parenting if she's going to be my parent to let me run around with a knife in my hands.
Well,
I could have
what
fallen on that.
was she supposed to do? You
God
got
forbid.
it, and then she was supposed to rip it out of your hands as you're wielding it at her?
I don't know. Maybe don't leave knives out where kids can get them.
And what if you trip and then stab yourself? That's on her.
I wasn't even in school yet when this happened, so keep in mind this was like a 4-year-old doing this.
I know. I wish I could say that's crazy, but I could see it 100%. You probably
she probably rage baited me. So keep that in mind, Colt, when you're rage baiting me. Okay.
Some people just have you're just at wit's end. I was having a bonfire one night at my house, and my little brother, Cannonballs, he's 4 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And, I was like 17. I was doing a little drinking, around the bonfire.
Oh, my gosh. You adolescent delinquent.
I didn't want my little brother to narc on me, so I was like, Cannon, get inside. Go play the PlayStation or something. Get out of here.
Yeah, nerd.
And it's like August, right? So I had just gotten, I was working finally. I could like go to the mall. And when I say mall, the Walmart to get my own clothes and stuff for school. So pumped on it.
Baller.
He comes out with a can of gas and all of my new school shirts, throws it in the fire, lights it with the gas.
Oh my gosh.
Could have been so dangerously bad.
I chase him down. I tackle him. We're on top of mud. I'm suffocating this guy in mud, okay? And I'm like, don't you do all the stuff you say. Gets up, goes into the house. I'm telling Mom. So I go back to the fire. I'm just watching my shirts burn. Sweet. There goes an Adidas shirt. Nice. Awesome.
Adidas?
It was a Walmart, whatever they call it, whatever the brand is. And he comes back with, just like Fallon, he chose a saw. And he starts chasing me down the road with a saw. He's hit supersonic speed, dude.
Yeah.
I was a little worried for my life in that moment. I was like,
well,
this guy's on edge.
As someone who's been there, you're not thinking clearly. I got to be honest. You've locked out of your normal. Like there are things that only your siblings can do to you.
Oh my God!
Only
yeah,
they know your soft spots. They know the trigger points. They know how to turn you feral, unlike any other person in your life.
My wife thinks I'm like an even, like cool, calm guy, but she's seen some moments with my siblings where I just snap, and she's like,
So we want to hear what your sibling fight that went too far. 651-989-KDWB. Now, Jenny's a middle child. I'm going to guess she was causing all kinds of chaos.
I was. And actually, my younger sister is in town visiting, and I kind of think maybe, because she's going to come in and say hi in a second, maybe I see if she remembers this moment that I did something to her.
Okay.
And I can tell you guys live on the show and see if she remembers it.
Let's do that.
Let's do that and then get your stories as well. Again, 651-989-KDWB. Do you think anyone else is as psychotic as me and your brother, Colt?
Well, my sister did pinch me with a hair straightener because I stole $20 from her.
Where'd she pinch you?
Skin sizzled off my arm.
Yeah. Referred her siblings by their names. It was my big sister and little sister. So finally, one day I was like, what are your sisters' names? I don't even know what their own. Oh, yeah, Katie and Rachel. So Katie just walked in the door, but we are talking about horrible sibling fights that go too far. And Jenny wanted to bring one up to you to see if you remembered it.
Okay,
Katie.
I don't honestly remember what the fight was, but I know you were annoying me, and we were in the basement at the house, and I pushed you, and you fell back, and you stepped on a lead pencil that shoved into your foot, and then Dad was there, and Dad was like, oh my gosh, he's going to have poisoning, and he's like freaking out at me, and I'm like, it was not my fault that pencil was there. I didn't mean to do that. So do you remember that happening?
Yes, I vaguely remember it, and I still have lead in my foot today.
You exaggerate.
No, there is lead in my foot still.
God, Jenny, bully. Really?
Dang,
How could you?
You're supposed to be looking out for your little sister. You're over here trying to get rid of her foot.
So you got on to me for attempting to stab my sister, and you actually did stab your sister?
I didn't stab her. The pencil did. And I didn't put the pencil there. It just happened to be there when I pushed her. So
that also totally sounds like something that would happen when a dad's around.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
He was like, we got to call poison control. What's wrong with blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, she's fine.
She'll be all right.
We're going to hop into some other stories, too. Becky from Minneapolis is on the phone. Okay, Becky, what happened? Was it your sister or brother?
It was my brother.
What happened?
So we lived together in a house, and with 4th of July, he called me. He's like, can I buy a dog? And I said, as long as you can take care of it, great. So from 4th of July to Labor Day, he did nothing with the dog. He didn't train the dog. He didn't take care of the dog. Didn't give the dog any of his needs. So the dog guard started, marking his territory and started ruining our house.
Yep.
We didn't own the house. We were renting at the time. And I was like, and the dog was getting out down in the neighborhood. Like, he was sneaking out under the fence. And I was like, you need to fix the fence, or tether him in the backyard, or watch him. And he's like, no. So the dog just kept misbehaving because he just wasn't tended to.
Yep.
And Labor Day, the dog got out for we put him in the backyard, and he was gone for 2 hours. And I lost it. I was like, I can't deal with this anymore.
Yep.
You are horribly irresponsible. This dog, you're not giving the dog what it needs. And I lit him up. And I just I think it was everything from our childhood that built up.
The trauma came out.
Now, when you say lit him up, is it verbally, or were you just hitting him with a 2-piece and a soda?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was up in his face. I was screaming. I lost it.
Listen,
I absolutely lost it.
It sounds like he deserved it, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't blame you on that one. Thank you for the call, Becky. Nicole in Pine City. I am reading the description of your situation, and it sounds ridiculous. By the way, if you have a sibling fight that went too far, you can call 651-989-KDWB. What's yours, Nicole?
So my sister and I are 2 years apart. We used to share a room, and of course, we're girls. She steals my favorite pair of toesy socks. The ones where each toe is individually.
I love toe socks.
Yeah. So she steals them. I walk into the room. She's wearing them. So I freak out and try to rip them off of her. In the meantime, she falls, breaks her tailbone. My other sister, who's 4 years younger than me, comes in to find out what all the ruckus is. And so I punch her in the head.
Wait, why?
So mad.
What the hell? Why?
Wrong place, wrong time. Yeah. You have the same thing.
Yeah.
And then, as if it didn't get any worse, I get in trouble for, breaking her tailbone, whatever. She turns around and deletes and assigns a project I've been working on for 2 months. She goes on the computer and deletes my project.
That's what's up. You deserve it, low-key.
Murder.
She started it cold. She stole her toe socks.
She just asked for it back nicely.
And then came tiptoeing in the room to prance around in them.
Yes.
What was the retaliation after the deleted assignment?
Oh, my goodness. She was grounded for a month and a half because it was way more.
But why? What happened to the sister you just punched in the head?
She was just like, why? What did I do? I just said,
4 years younger.
Way.
How old was she?
Oh, my goodness. I was probably 13. So
she just punched an 8-year-old in the face, a 9-year-old?
You bet I did.
Hey,
you bet I did.
There are no rules when it comes to sibling fights, okay?
Crazy.
So true. Now, Nicole, that is psychotic, but I do appreciate you calling and sharing. And please share this audio with your siblings later because they'll probably die laughing remembering this moment. Bailey from Woodbury. Okay, how did your sibling fight go too far?
So it wasn't technically a sibling fight, but we were playing hide and seek. I was around 10. My sister was around 12. I decided to hide in the dryer.
Oh.
She knew I was hiding in the dryer. She turned it on. And if you think that you go all the way around, you are mistaken. You go halfway up, then you think on your head all the way down. And I'm trying to kick the door open. I can't. She eventually opens it. And since I was the younger sister, she begged me not to tell her parents, and I listened, of course.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
true.
That could have been the end of you.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
In the end,
I love those negotiations you have with your
yeah.
with your siblings when one of you gets. I shot my brother with a BB gun one time.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, "Don't tell Dad. You can get me back." And then he snuck off. I was like, my back was towards him, right? And he was like 20 feet behind me. And then somehow he crept up so quiet, like a Prius. and he just was like inches away from me, hit me so hard. But you can't tell on him because like if you tell, then you also get in trouble.
Oh, exactly. My sister used to be like, let me spot you in a back handspring. She wouldn't spot me. I'd hit my head and she'd just clasp her hand over her mouth like, shut up, just tell mom anything.
Okay, well, yeah, no wonder you chase around with a knife. She sounds crazy.
Thank you, she is. Giselle, we're going to do a couple more of these. Giselle, tell us about your sibling fight that went too far.
Sure. So my brother, he's about 5 years older than me. I was maybe about 4 years old. And he kept ripping the Barbie heads off of my dolls. And I was furious because I was like, I've got to teach him exactly. Like, this is not okay.
Yeah.
So he sleeps under a blanket with a fan on. And he was sleeping and his fan was on. It was so loud. And then I go in, I take one of my little bubble vacuums, the things where, like, you push them and then all of a sudden they, start popping balls.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. I hit him so hard on the back and he just woke up screaming, and I just made myself start crying so that he would get in trouble.
Yeah.
And my mom
Nice, the manipulation.
Oh, God, that's...
That is true because I have a daughter 6 and 5, and if the 5-year-old's crying when they're around each other, it's immediately the older daughter's fault.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did you do?
She knows to play it. Another Barbie situation that's led to a lifelong issue. Melissa in Elk River, what happened?
So me and my sister were playing with Barbies and at my cousin's house with the big Barbie dollhouse, and she took the Barbie from me, and I freaked out, and I was like, give me it back. And she wouldn't give it back to me, and we started fighting, like punching and everything. And my aunt came in and was like, calm down. And I was just full of rage, and I went into the bathroom to get out of the room and everything. And I was pounding on the window, and my aunt's yelling for my uncle, Burn, get up here, help. Burn, get up here. And my uncle looks just like Hulk Hogan when he was younger and everything. And he comes in there, and he's like, what are you doing? What's going on? Why are you trying to break my window? And I'm sitting there trying to beat on him to get out of there. And, yeah. And me and my sister don't talk to this day.
Over the Barbies.
Yeah, that's
no,
that's
even
a
Vern
tough out
couldn't
right there.
save the situation.
Dude, I kind of want Vern as a security guard, low key.
Me too. I know, wear that shirt off. Okay. Final call from Leanne. I think we have something in common, Leanne. What happened with you and your sibling?
Yeah, butcher knife. Crazy story, right? My oldest sister, she was 4 years older than me. Sorry. I think I was about probably 10, 11. We were brawling in the house, of course, because that's what sisters do. And she came after me with a butcher knife, and I hid in the bathroom, and she had it underneath the door gap, like trying to get me, but I was smart enough to lock it and open the drawer so she couldn't open the door. And, well, she finally stopped. I opened the door, and I threw the first thing on the counter was a pair of scissors and sliced her forehead right above her eye. And I was the one that got in trouble.
Well, yeah. Are you shocked you got in trouble?
I mean,
chucked a pair of scissors at your sis.
Two guilty parties in this situation. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Does she still have a scar?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Does she have a scar to this day?
No, it was so minor. She's such a baby.
Do either of you guys have exes?
I mean, yeah.
Yep. Okay, I know Jenny does. Colt, the reason I ask you that is I think people are curious about that with you because you have been with your wife. You guys knew each other in high school. You've been together for a very long time, but you do have exes.
Yeah, we do. I have some exes, yeah.
Okay. Do you? I'll include Mike on this too. Mike, you have exes, correct?
Yeah, at least one.
Okay. Do you text your exes on their birthday? Happy birthday.
Mm-mm.
Cole, it would be very weird if you did at this point. I mean, honestly, I'll give you a pass on that. Jenny you only have technically one ex, right?
No, I would say I have more than that.
Okay.
No, I'm trying to think. No, probably for almost all of them except for maybe one or two.
Yeah. Mike, do you text your exes on their birthday?
Yeah, the one main ex I have, his birthday was January 1st, so it was easy to do like a Happy New Year and Happy Birthday text, like right at midnight. But that was so many years ago. I've been with my current partner for 7, and I haven't texted him a Happy Birthday in 7 years.
If I was your current partner and you're hitting your ex exactly on the dot at midnight,
like, why is that what you're thinking of right now?
Fair point, yeah.
I take back my kiss.
I don't have a reason for asking this. I thought about it because we were like planning the show, and I was like, oh, tomorrow, like I have one of my ex-boyfriend's birthdays is today. And I only remember 2 exes' birthdays, and the one for this one, I mean, I was with him for like 5 years. And then I remember my other ex's birthday because it's the same day as my daughter's birthday.
Oh, nice.
So he never texts me on my birthday, but he'll usually text happy birthday to my daughter. Just being, it's kind of a funny thing because it's his same birthday too. And I'll say, oh, a happy birthday to you as well. But he doesn't text me on my birthday, and I would not initiate the text on his. Because, yeah, is it weird to text your ex on their birthday?
I think if you're in a relationship, it is. I think that's like.
What if it's like the father or mother of your kid?
Oh, no, that's very different.
Yeah.
I think that's very, I think it's so circumstantial.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. But like, when I was in a long relationship, I definitely wasn't texting anyone I dated before on their birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude,
but I know people who would text people I've dated on their birthday that used to date them, and I felt like that was always crossing the line.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's very circumstantial. But now I have no problem texting certain people happy birthday that I used to date because I don't know, like it doesn't mean anything to me, but I also don't think it's crossing a line because I'm single right now.
It doesn't mean anything. Do you think it would lead them on in any way, shape, or form?
No, because I'm friends with most of the people I've dated previously.
If
Like
it's
I really am.
If it's a dude, 100%, they're thinking, dang, she's still thinking about my birthday.
Well, that's the thing. That's like where guys get it twisted.
Yeah, guys are definitely
crazy.
You're not
that
leading
I
them
can't
on,
just
but
simply
they would
be like, "Hey, we're still friends. Happy birthday."
Birthdays.
No.
They start thinking that in their head, and they're like,
No.
"Dang, Johnny's hitting me up."
The last guy I dated, we're still like very good friends. Just saw him this weekend, and I absolutely will text him when his birthday comes up in January.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just feel like.
Will you, if he gets a new girlfriend, would you continue doing that? Or would you? No,
I would be. No, I would absolutely respect that because, and I truly have thought about that before because we have become really good friends since we haven't been dating anymore. And I do think about the day that when he finds someone else that like we probably won't be able to have that relationship anymore. And that's fine because I respect boundaries.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand that. I wouldn't want the person I'm dating to be like really close with someone who they were just previously dating. Yeah, Falen, we know. Falen, we know.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Colt, what would you do if Jen got a birthday text from her ex?
I'd probably be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You know what I got this year? And I'd send her a picture of me flipping them off or something.
Wait, what? Like you'd get into her phone and send that?
Yeah, most definitely.
You're acting as her?
Somebody actually did do that to her one time. It was this dude who she said was like just friends. Crazy. That's always just friends. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how to tell you this, but guys, like, yeah, they want to be your friend. But if you even floated the idea, 100% they're done being friends and they're hooking up with you. So she didn't believe me. This guy got really close to her.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, do you want to see my tan line? Send a shirtless picture. I said, oh, yeah, check it out. I have a tan line, too. Same thing. Me just flipping them off.
Did he ever text again?
No.
Good for you, honestly. Yeah. This person texted and said, I just texted my ex happy birthday a few days ago. I'm single, but why not? I probably have the most boring stories. I'm going to quickly tell you. So I decided to splurge on laundry detergent. Okay. I found this fancy, clean, but great smelling laundry detergent. I was like, I'm going to order this. And I'm driving. I don't even know. It's like I can see into the future. I'm driving home and I'm like, why did I buy this? This is so overpriced. Like, why did I do that? Who do I think I am in this economy? I get to my house. I drive into my garage. There's a huge thud under my car. And I was like, oh, I had hit a turtle recently. And so I started like panicking and I start freaking out. And I was like, oh my gosh. And Olive goes, oh my God, did you hit another turtle? We're freaking out. I get out. No, I drove over the new bottle of laundry detergent. The Amazon guy guy had placed it right in like my garage.
Oh.
Because the garage was open. He just threw it in. I barrel drove over.
How did you not see it though? Like,
okay, this goes back to Jake saying I'm ridiculous looking when I drive. My seat's very far back. And like I'm going uphill because my driveway's up a hill.
Flex.
So I didn't see it because I can't see that over the front end of my car. And, and the box was very small. It's not like a
Dude,
big
you got to get a
bottle
booster
detergent.
seat. I told you this. You're 4'11".
I think it's on a pillow.
Okay, Colt, question. What do you think the reenactment of her with her daughter in the car was, of her hitting something? Because we know how she acts on this show. Do you think it was like one of the like, kind of things?
Probably. You weren't chill about it at all.
Or because Olive was in the car, it was like, what,
Yeah.
It was one of those. It was that one?
And I definitely know that Jake cleaned it up. Your husband for sure took it. No.
I walked in and I go, what are the odds? Like I was just playing this over in my head. I had ordered it 2 days before.
I would send it back. I would take it at Kohl's.
I just kept in my head.
This is how it arrived.
Seriously, I would.
No. Well, anyway.
Who puts it in the garage? I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, that feels like an invasion of the Amazon person.
You're in my square footage of my garage. I don't like it.
They have done, not just Amazon delivery, people have done the weirdest things. My sister had sent me a gift one time and I kept saying it didn't come. And she's like, it says it's delivered over and over again. We found it on our grill. I'm not kidding. There have been some weird, and I'm like, it's so obvious where to put this. And I get it. The garage is more convenient than them walking up to my door.
Yeah.
I guess.
So a lot of the times they'll just throw it there. And a lot of those drivers, they'll barrel up my driveway in their big trucks, and a lot of them will walk it, which I think is kind of wild. Like the exercise they must get in all day.
Yeah,
Crazy.
they're killing it. Yeah, my wife, we were at Lake Independence. We were at some sort of, I don't even know where it is. It's like off the Three Rivers Trail. I don't know.
Yeah, you were hiking.
But what I do know is girl had to pee, okay?
Yeah.
Girl had to pee, and there was an opening. There was like a clearing that like looked out to the water, okay?
Yeah,
and I was like a little off the path, and I was like, I'll stand in front of it, cover you, so if anybody walks by, they're not going to see you, okay? I'll be covering your body. And and she starts... And it's like kind of a clearing, but not. So there's only like a little part of the lake you can see. You don't know if any boats are coming, you know? So all of a sudden she's like peeing. I'm looking towards the trail, not at her, not at the water. And apparently these fishermen, they start rolling up. And all I hear is, dang, girl, you got a thick booty.
What kind of fisherman? Because usually it's like exactly what you imagine with like a northern Minnesotan guy.
No, there's weed coming off the waves. There's like it's almost like a frat, like a group of frat boys, and she just turns red immediately. I was like, let's go.
You didn't block her?
I can't.
Would you just push her down?
The damage is done. I told her, why are you peeing so long? Keep going.
Man, in those moments, so you like want to wrap it up, but you like sometimes you just can't. You're like, I can't stop.
Out of nowhere, you hit the reserves. Yeah. You didn't even know we're there.
Yeah, she started. She did try to get the pressure going a little bit, and she got some on the shoe, and it was the whole thing. Listen,
been there.
Wait, on the shoe or on her toes? Because I'm assuming she was wearing like sandals or something.
No, she did have shoes on, thankfully. So. Anyways.
You know how Colt feels about open toes.
I know.
They kept
Heaven forbid you have your toes out in the summer when it's hot.
The one area where Colt's super modest.
Dude, I told my wife, you keep your toes covered.
Yeah,
all right. But I told her.
He's a controlling man.
I was like, it's
those
fine.
Feet out.
You'll never see him again. And we go to the public beach, and here they are just like drifting by fishing still.
All right. Get to trolling elsewhere, my guy.
Yeah, dude.
Jenny, I feel like you learned something this weekend that is going to be valuable to people listening if they have dogs.
I did. So I was watching this dog, and I got the vacuum out. He sheds a lot, and I was like, I'm going to do a little vacuuming. And immediately he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like on the vacuum.
That's a good impression.
And I was like, no. And so I stopped because I saw this on social media recently. I stopped, and I looked not at him, but at the vacuum as if it was a person. I go, no, bad vacuum.
I actually saw this video.
And I did it like 3 times in a row. And I'm not kidding you. That dog left me in the vacuum alone the rest of the time.
Dang, he was like, I don't know what that vacuum did, but
I ain't trying to be on her bad side.
But he's like looking up, and he was like such a derpy dog that did like the side tilt of the head, you know?
Cute.
And so he's like, what?
Oh.
What?
Me?
Oh.
No, she's not looking at me.
So I'm telling you, try it. If you've got a dog that doesn't like the vacuum, just yell at the vacuum as if it's a bad dog.
Can we turn that music down a little bit and hear just Jenny one more time? How does sound go into that vacuum?
No. Bad vacuum. Bad.
So weird. Mike is back. He did abandon our show for 2 days to go try every food at the Wisconsin State Fair. Now that you're back, Mike, can you confirm Minnesota State Fair is better?
No, I will not. I know, hot take. Sorry, Vance, I'm going to stir the pot, but the Wisconsin State Fair, to me, is far superior to the Minnesota State Fair.
Dude, I'll give it to you, actually.
Side note, he's from Wisconsin. Wait, so is Jenny.
I used to live in Wisconsin for several years.
I haven't been to the Wisconsin State Fair in so long. I feel like I wouldn't be able to give an accurate.
Why is it better?
I think it's... First of all, it is because I absolutely grew up there and it's very nostalgic for me. So I will give you that. But I think the grounds are a lot smaller. So it's a lot easier to cover all the grounds.
Gotcha.
Yes, King. Yes, King.
I think you can go there all day and find things to do all day. Whereas when you go to the Minnesota State Fair, you're trying to get in and out. You're trying to hit all the things.
It seems stressful.
It does seem more stressful. People go to the Wisconsin State Fair and spend all day there, and they do it with luxury. There are places to sit down. There are bars to hang out at. There's table service.
Let's be honest, there's nothing at the Minnesota State Fair. There's like nowhere to sit.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You can literally relax all day. You can like belly up to the bar and just hang out literally for hours with a couple of drinks. There's tableside service. All the vendors are in one big building instead of scattered out throughout the grounds. You can do everything all at once.
Going to the Minnesota State Fair is like going to a kid's birthday party. It's just so overstimulating, and there's there's nonstop, and you're just go.
You better be ready to be overstimulated in a couple weeks. We're going to be there a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
Not a couple, like a week and a half.
To Mike's point, it's like going to the Wisconsin State Fair is almost like a luxury vacation almost.
All right. Both of you, shut up. If that's what you two think is a luxury vacation, then you need to reevaluate, number one. Number two, Colt.
Should we start doing our show live for the Wisconsin State Fair?
I can't even imagine.
No, I'm just kidding.
No one knows who we are. No one comes to our booth. No one cares.
I actually do. I really like the Minnesota State Fair, but I mean,
this is what we got to get. We got to get more seating. We have 2 benches outside of our booth. K-Fan has a full bleacher set. I'm like, we'd have more people, quote unquote, watching our show too if we had bleachers.
No.
Come on, Daddy's
crazy.
All right, Colt, by the way, you have plenty of time to observe. You're going to be there like 25 days of the State Fair this year, so you got plenty of time to check it out.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.